Creating a cron job in Linux for Moodle. Before we start, we need to understand what a cron job does. A cron job is the same as a task scheduler, meaning that you can adjust the scheduler for certain periods of times to do something, like every hour Linux is supposed to run this command, or it's supposed to open this web page, or open up this program. And you'll of course have to type in what program it's supposed to open. It works the same as the task scheduler in Windows, except that you have to do everything using a text editor. But creating the cron job is simple. To start with, I'm going to show you how you can create these jobs without having your own web server do the cron job, because you can also get cron job services from the internet if you're using a cron job for Moodle, because in Moodle a cron job is used to send out emails. What happens is that if you choose to use the cron job, the emails will only be sent during certain times or a certain time period. And this makes sense because you are taking lots of pressure away from the server. So by doing it all at once, like once every hour instead of every time when a user sends out an email, the server is going to send an email. Instead, it's going to collect the emails and then it's going to send the email. So now I'm going to start by going to this web page here, Easy Cron. And this is actually recommended by Moodle, this service. So register information. I'm just going to type in my email address and I'm going to choose a password, and I'm going to choose the free service here. And I press register. Okay. Next step is to create a new cron job. So I'll press this button here to create the cron job. Now we have to tell it what web page it's supposed to go to. The web page that we type is our Moodle page /admin/cron.php, and this is my Moodle page. So then I'll have to type in admin and then /cron.php. And now I have to decide how often do I want the Easy Cron webpage to run my cron job. So when to execute, and I'm going to choose every and every 15 minutes. And I'm not going to let it notify me when the cron job has been run. The cron job is used to send out emails, and that's if you have your Moodle server connected to a mail server. The server that we set up does not have a mail server, so the cron job isn't going to do anything for my Moodle setup because I do not have a mail server running. But if you are using shared hosting somewhere and you cannot create a cron job like at GoDaddy or Bluehost, you can use this Easy Cron because Bluehost and GoDaddy, they do have mail servers running with their PHP. But here I'm just going to say create cron job, and that's it. But here it says you cannot set up cron job on 127 .0.0.1, meaning you cannot set up a cron job on a local host computer. And that's how you create a cron job for Moodle using EasyCron. But now I'm going to show you how you create a cron job to do the exact same thing, but using your Linux server to run the cron, not using a service from someone else. I start by going into my Linux server. As you can see, this is the directory I'm in where we are hosting Moodle. So to create the cron job for every 15 minutes, I'm going to type in cron tab -u. It means the user. It's very important to create the cron as the user which is going to be using the cron. I know this sounds confusing, but really it isn't. If you just do what I'm doing, you should be fine. So we have a user for our Moodle site, and we are going to use that user, which is World Wide Web, and then the line here in data, and then -e, and then I'll press enter. Sorry, it's not allowing me to do that, so what I forgot is that we need to be administrators. So sudo before this, and then press enter. And then the password. You might be asked what text editor you want to use. I chose the Nano because it's the easiest one to use. I'm using this sign here in front because this allows me to write in text. This is just for me so that I know why I created this cron. Cron for my Moodle setup. And now I'm going to type in the cron information. So this is supposed to be run every 15 minutes. And here I'll type in the path to my Moodle setup. And it's extremely important that the path is correct. And then within our Moodle setup, it's inside the admin folder, and in there we have another folder, CLI, and within that folder we have a file called cron.php. And now I can press Ctrl X to leave, and I press yes to save, and I press enter. And that's it. Now I have created a cron job for my Moodle setup within Linux.